it all behind you. I said, take down everything that stands in your way. Don't stop believing it'll work out again, my friend. Stand out and be a part of everything good. Wake up, you're gonna be all that you should. Try out all the things you always wanted to be. You'll see, 'cause I know what I know, that you've got it in you, and I see that you are a winner.
What happens when a friend of yours suddenly decides to sell Amway or some other one of those triangle scheme gimmick things, whatever those are called, and they want you to be supportive? You feel the need, or they feel the need to pressure you to help them. They want you to become part of their little team. They want you to also sell Amway. It'll make you rich. It'll help make them rich. And so every time you are in their presence, you're cringing inside, because you just know somehow it's going to always come back to Amway. Oh yes, Amway. You want to come to a party? Hey, here's an invitation. I'm inviting you to my party tonight. Yeah. Oh, and then the small letters down below, it's an Amway party. How exciting. Can't wait. That's right. They might even have a slideshow. Wow. Okay. So you have a friend like that? I'm sure everybody, I know I have. I've had friends like that. Avon, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Tupperware. You can help your friend make money. Don't you think you should? I mean, you are. If you were their friend, you would help them. So it kind of messes up the friendship if they push you. Well, I think that might be kind of what it's like to have the kind of Christian friend who wants to convert you. They're just not happy with the idea that other people don't believe the same way they do. They think something is wrong with you. And you won't be right in their eyes. And they won't completely accept you until you believe exactly the way they do. And they'll tell you it's because they love you so much. They love you so much. They pat you on the head. They love you so much. They don't want to see you get tortured forever by their loving God. They just don't want that. So they're trying to save you from their God. Yeah, they're trying to save you from the punishment that their God will inflict upon you for not being able to believe something that has no evidence anywhere to show it's true. So they're helping you. They are. They're such good friends. Just like the Amway person is helping you. You don't understand. You'll get a great discount on all these wonderful products, and you'll make money, and you'll make more you get people under you. You can pressure your friends too, and get them to sell, and then you'll have money coming in from all the work your friends are doing, and it's all for you. Because I'm such a good friend, I think you should do the same things that I do. That's how I see Christians who feel the need to... Oh! Sorry, I started this video prematurely and now I'm screwed, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was a technical issue, but I managed to resolve it because I'm so very technically savvy. Okay. Oh, and see this? See this? Here, this is my nose. I had somebody wrote me a note last night that said, look at that schnoz. Okay, look at it. Did you get a good look? That's right. It's right in the middle of my face, too. I don't know what to do with this. Oh, my God. What do I do? Yeah, look at my schnoz. Oh, man. To think I have to lug this around every single day. Okay, that's all. I just thought I'd make a side note there about my schnoz, since somebody requested that. I try to honor the requests of people who watch my videos, because they have no life and there's nothing better to do. You could be watching somebody good looking like Jacqueline Glenn, or Poppy. Poppy rocks. I'm sorry, she's weird and kind of, but it's weird. It's kind of, well, anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to start my video, now that I've had this huge introduction. But the whole thing about the Amway salesperson, the friend that you know, oh Lord, what a strain on the friendship, right? So now we have Orlando Lucina. I saw a video yesterday by Godless Engineer. Highly recommend his channel, by the way. And he has his little picture up on the side because he is technically very smart. And so you can see him and the original video that he's talking about in the same frame. Isn't that cool? Damn, I wish I was that clever, but I don't know stuff like that. So instead you get to hear me talk, and I'm going to watch part of this video, and you're going to hear him. You won't see him because I'm limited, but you'll hear him and you'll hear me talk. How thrilling, right? Okay, so Orlando Lucina. He's a Christian. He's wearing a gray sweater or sweatshirt with a white t-shirt underneath. He's got really short hair, so you see a lot of forehead, and he's got his glasses, and he's staring out. He's got a little picture in the background that looks like some Eiffel Tower or something in the background. Anyway, otherwise the walls are completely plain. Isn't it great that I'm describing this to you? And he's staring at kind of like this kind of facial expression. And he's going to tell us how to witness to atheists. Witnessing to Atheists Part 1. Yes, because he strongly feels that all people should believe the same way that he does. And like every cult member on the planet, he will not rest until everybody on the planet believes the same way. And I've just had a bunch of Christians say, Christianity isn't like Islam. Bullshit. Islam is more openly intolerant, but Christianity is also intolerant. Just like Islam wants to force women, all women, not just Muslim women, to wear the hijab, and people to not eat bacon or drink, Christianity wants to force people to not masturbate, not have abortions, not control pregnancies, not have same gender marriages. They want to force their little whatever rule book on the whole planet, just like Muslims want to force their little rule book on the whole planet. Oh, but Christianity isn't at all like Islam. So here we have a Christian witnessing to Atheist Part 1. Let's listen to him. We're going to listen to him and we're going to respond.
Today's video is going to be an introduction to a new series I'm gonna do.
It's a series. He's got a whole series on how to correct the oh so incorrect mentality of atheists.
I'm gonna title it Dealing with Atheists, and it's just gonna be.
He's going to entitle it Dealing with Atheists. That's what he says in his video, but his title is actually Witnessing to Atheists. So maybe he rethought that title that he was originally going to use, Dealing with Us. Oh God, the stress. Oh, dealing with the atheists are such a bother. I'm sorry, am I overacting? Yes, I know I am. It's terrible. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the video.
A bunch of small miniature videos of...
Small miniature videos. Redundant.
How to deal with...
Wait a minute, is there such a thing as large miniature videos?
different objections or questions that atheists...
Different objections! Oh! Yes, those atheists, they may just object to having you force your beliefs down their throats. They might object to you telling them that they're evil and lost and blind and loving to sin. Yes, they love their sin so much. In fact, later I'm going to go out and steal a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm going to steal stuff and rob some banks and go drink until I can't see because I just love to sin so much. Don't you love this voice? Yes, this is my dramatic voice. I'm just trying to be myself instead of, oh my God. Here, okay, I'm going to do what somebody else asked me to do. He said, I'm an adult. And I'm not supposed to be funny. I'm not supposed to, I have to be serious. I'm not supposed to be wearing any funny, goofy things on my head. Okay, so here I am. This is me. Okay, this is what he wants me to be. Here we go.
Will try, well, you know, come up with, some will be out of their honest curiosity.
Honest curiosity, yes. I can understand how some atheists would have honest curiosity. That makes sense.
Others will be for no other purpose than to try to stump you and cause you to question your faith.
That's right, because it's the goal of every atheist on the planet to cause misery and chaos to Christians. That's what we want. That's what we live for. It's true.
Excuse me, I have a bit of a sore throat.
Oh. He should gargle.
My kids are sick again.
His kids are sick. Oh, they should gargle too.
And of course, anybody with kids, you know, wants...
I don't have kids, I have cats. They might get sore throats, and they might also need to gargle. But I don't know, because they don't tell me.
They're sick, it's gonna come back.
Damn it, I hate when that happens.
Everybody gets sick.
Everybody gets sick.
But, anyway. First thing I'm gonna...
As Godless Engineer also pointed out, we're now 1 minute into his video. And we have yet to get one single point on how to witness to an atheist. And I am being very serious right now.
First issue I'm gonna...
It's an issue.
Cover is, Origin.
Origin. Godless Engineer has an interesting, clever response to the word origin.
Reference my notes a lot.
He has notes.
Atheists believe that all things come by chance.
Actually, what an atheist is somebody who does not believe in a God. Atheists do not believe that gods exist. You can look it up in the dictionary. That's what it says. Atheists believe that gods don't exist. Actually, no, that's not worded correctly. Atheists have not been convinced that gods exist. They lack belief in a God. They don't make a claim. They don't walk around and claim that gods don't exist. They simply don't believe it's true. That's what an atheist is. So why is he saying that atheists believe other things? That's not what an atheist is. An atheist doesn't believe gods exist. Period. There's nothing else. Everybody... Oh, God. I'm sorry. I can't stand it anymore! Sorry. Oh my God, that was so hard. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really exhausted now. That was really trying. Okay, I'm sorry. Atheists believe gods. They don't believe that gods exist. They're not convinced. They're lacking belief in gods. That's it. Now he's saying that atheists believe other stuff. No. Under the little thing that we all have in common, we all are of the same opinion that we don't think gods exist. That's it. Everything else I don't have in common with anybody else. I mean, we all have different ideas about how the earth was started or how evolution, there are atheists that don't believe in evolution. There are Christians that do believe in evolution. So stop saying that all atheists believe in evolution. All atheists believe in science. Most of us do, because unlike theism, science actually has evidence to support its claims. And usually atheists are the kind of people that need evidence to believe things. They can't just say, oh, wow, look at that old-looking book. You got me totally convinced now because there's an old-looking book, yeah. Or, hey, look, that guy up there on the stage really sounds like he knows something, so it must be true. Most atheists need more than that. They need evidence and facts and stuff to support the claims in order for them to believe. And that is really the only thing that all atheists have in common. They have that same kind of brain that requires facts and stuff. But to say, oh, all atheists believe that Well, let's see. What does he say?
That through the Big Bang, everything was able to come to what it is now.
Yeah, according to him, all atheists think this.
So basically, their reason for, or
don't you like how he generalizes a whole group of people that don't have anything in common except for one thing? They all agree that they don't think gods exist? That's like saying all atheists like Twinkies. If you look in the dictionaries under atheists, you're not going to see a word about Twinkies. You're also not going to see a word about any kind of science under the definition of an atheist either. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Actually, I think it's gone, but let's continue.
explanation.
But remember, I have a really amazing snaz. Yeah.
Of origin is that nothing became something and exploded into.
Actually, Christianity makes the claim, not science. Science does not make this claim. Christianity does. Christianity makes the claim that nothing became something. In the beginning, there was nothing. Just God floating around in the cosmos all by himself. Just this one little thing. And we don't have to come up with any kind of an explanation to how he got there. No, he was just always there, floating around. And then one day he just says, "Let there be light." And suddenly all this basic material, the materials that he needed to create things, just popped into existence from nothing. Where did the stuff come from that he needed to use to build things with? The matter, the energy, where did it all come? Oh, God created it. What did he create it from? Nothing. Sorry, Christians make the claim that something came from nothing. Science doesn't make this claim. As far as I know, there's no science that says that. I think when it comes to what the universe comes from, the Big Bang, you're talking about a lot of matter and a lot of energy and a lot of gravity and a lot of forces coming together. That's not nothing. Last time I checked, that's a lot of something. Something comes from something is what science says. Christianity says something comes from nothing. Oh, but let's try to put that opinion onto atheists to make them look foolish. No, I'm sorry, look in the mirror. That's what your religion teaches. That something came from nothing. Okay. Deep breath. I'm probably not going to listen to this guy's whole thing because I can tell it's just... Anyway, moving on.
Everything that we have now. Explosion, there was Big Bang.
That's right, and there is actually evidence for the Big Bang. There is no evidence that gods exist.
And all these molecules and all.
That's right, molecules, gravity, energy, you know, something.
All these things came together.
Yeah, see, he just said, things came together. How does he decide that equals nothing? See, in my opinion, things coming together, that's something. Yeah.
From that nothing, and that nothing became...
No, there is no nothing. If things come together to explode into whatever, that's something coming from something.
Something that through billions and billions of years.
That's right, billions and billions of years. Of course, Christians have a hard time with their minds grasping the large picture. Oh, I'm sorry, my little brain can't go beyond 6,000 years. Before we started recording history, there was nothing. People just didn't exist. Stuff just did not exist before people started writing it down. There was no history before people started writing it down. All the animals and all the life that existed before humans crawled out of the muck, that all never happened. Because there were no people at that time to write it down, so it just never happened.
Just by chance, everything came together exactly how it needed to be.
Actually, it came together the way it was. There was no orchestration going on. It just came together as time went on, things developed. To me, I don't understand why Christians have such a hard time with this. Anyway.
In order for there to be life on this planet, and then once life came...
Isn't it great that he talks this way? I'm sorry, I'm being very personal now, but he's talking like that, so it's kind of like you want to interject. You want to stop him from talking.
Billions and billions of years took...
You know, we're going to continue to talk like this, and we're going to continue to beat this point, which is totally absurd, because he's claiming that all atheists think this. Again, wrong. The only thing atheists all think and all have in common is one thing. They all have a problem believing that gods exist. That's it.
For everything to...
Some of us might think that humans got here because aliens came down to the planet and seeded themselves on the planet. Or maybe they did some breeding experiments with other close to human creatures that were living here at the time. They crossbred their DNA with the creatures that were here already. Look at the end of Battlestar Galactica, the new series, where they're sitting on the hill and they're watching the line of humans in the distance, the primitives. Yeah, some atheists might think that is how modern-day humans came to exist. We all have different ideas. We're all different individual, unique people. We all don't agree something is true, except for one thing. Again, we all agree that we don't believe that gods exist. That's the only thing we have in common.
Evolve into where we're at now. No, honestly, that takes a lot more faith than.
Oh, and now we're going to recite a quote from a tract. That takes more faith than believing in God. Actually, no, it takes zero faith because it's backed up by actual evidence. So it requires no faith whatsoever. I look at the evidence and I go, you know, it's like going to a car dealership and going, oh. I get in the car. First I look at the engine. I make sure the engine is clean. I make sure that it looks like everything is put together, pretending that I know anything about engines. I get in the car. I start it. It sounds really good. I drive it around. Ooh, it runs really, really well. It handles beautifully. I come back and I decide I'm going to buy the car because I have decided after looking at all the evidence that this car is in good working order. And then I have some idiot say, oh, you decided it on faith that the car runs well. No, I actually looked at all the evidence that was made available to me to determine that the car runs well. There's no faith required. It's the same way with science. Atheists look at science and go, oh my goodness, look at all this evidence. Ooh, and the evidence all seems to point to this one thing. Well, that's very convincing. I think I might be convinced. There's no faith required. Oh, if I chant over and over and over, evolution is true, evolution is true, evolution is true, I believe it, I believe it, I believe it. Suddenly I have faith. I have faith, damn it. You won't, no matter what you say, you will not convince me otherwise that evolution is true. I'm not listening, I'm not listening. It's again a theist trying to put onto atheists what they themselves do. My brain might just explode if I keep listening to this person.
Anything I could ever think of. This is the type of question that would be difficult to answer.
Difficult to answer.
Difficult for an atheist.
You know, we're all waiting to get points on how to witness to an atheist, and we're now 2 minutes and 30 seconds rather, into the video, and we have yet to hear a single point. Okay.
To accept if they do not allow the possibility
they need to accept. They just need to accept that what I believe is true and what they don't, what they believe is false. They need to accept that, and it's our jobs as Christians to get them to accept this. Why don't you live and let live? You don't like atheists who criticize your belief system? If you would leave people alone and let them live the way they want, let them believe whatever they want, maybe they wouldn't be so annoyed by you. If you wouldn't just assume that everyone believes the same thing that you do, and get upset when somebody else wants to celebrate their religion, and put a billboard up that talks about what their religion says. Instead, you get, oh my God, it doesn't agree with what I believe. You should tear that billboard down. That's right. The whole world needs to accept Christianity, right? Oh, but Christianity isn't nearly as bad as Islam.
A God. They absolutely don't allow that.
Absolutely don't allow that. Well, do you absolutely allow anything that an atheist says? No, you tune them out. I'm not listening. It doesn't support what the Bible says, so it must not be true. Sorry, you absolutely don't believe anything that you don't want to hear either. You know, if you supported what you said with evidence, atheists might absolutely think otherwise. But until you have actual evidence to show that any of your claims are true, atheists aren't going to believe it. Seems pretty silly. I mean, in any other part of your life, you would expect some kind of evidence to back up something, right? The sky is blue, really? Oh, what do you know? It is! Yeah, I can see it. It's totally blue. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Mouse noises.
Then it's one of those things that you can sit there and explain it to them.
Yeah.
Say everything.
Over and over and over. You explain it to them. You can show them your book. You can open your book. You can read sentences from your book. Oh, look here. Corinthians says this. Oh, look over here. Deuteronomy says this. And they're just not convinced. I could read them sentences all day from this book, and they're just not convinced. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Sentences from a book doesn't convince. And somebody's authoritative voice on the stage doesn't convince. And faith, I'm sorry, if something is true, it should not require faith. If something is true, it should have evidence supporting it. If something is true, it would not be afraid of things like knowledge and science and the search for answers. It wouldn't be afraid of those things. It would welcome those things.
And they're still
going to reject ultimately.
Give acceptance to the possibility of there being a God.
Well, because you don't show any evidence to the possibility of there being a God. And until you do, I'm sorry, people with the brains wired the way most atheists have their brains wired, they're not going to believe it. They need something more than what a book says or hearsay. So what is the point? What is point number 1 in how to witness to an atheist?
A couple ways you can answer it.
Oh, here we go.
Of course, through Scripture.
Oh,
Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth.
Okay, so we have atheists who totally don't believe that gods exist. And you have a book and you're saying, well, this was inspired by my God, so what the words say in this book are totally true. Here's a sentence from the book. You should believe it. That doesn't fly. Sorry. If it comes from your book, if it's a sentence in your book, you can quote Scripture till you're fucking blue in the face. It doesn't matter. It means nothing. Why should an atheist look at your book and think it's relevant at all? You really need to prove gods exist. You need to do the work. You need to be like those Sasquatch hunters that go out because they truly believe that those guys exist. So they go out there and they dedicate their lives to search for evidence to prove that their belief is true. Why don't Christians do that? Oh no, we don't need to do that. We got this book here. The book says it was inspired by God, so it must be true.
Earth the Bible establishes that it was God who created it.
Yes, the Bible establishes that God created blah 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 blah.
Everything.
And Harry Potter establishes that there's muggles and there's magical people. That's true. And since it's written in a book, must be true, right?
Everything with a beginning has a cause.
Everything has a cause.
Everything in terms of life.
In terms of
This
life.
is a very simple thing to...
God, he's boring.
Observable craziness, but nowhere in existence. Nowhere from what we can physically observe, because science is an observation of process.
I'm sorry. I can't even say how bored I am with this person. Science is an observation of process. Right. That's true. Science is observing actual things happening around us. Science looks at things that are tangible and testable and verifiable. Christians and Christianity and theism and... Look at the sky. One day the clouds will open and an army will come down on horseback and Jesus will be at the front on his white horse. And he will have the head of a lion, not a lamb, and he will smite all the unbelievers. And we know this because it says so in Revelation, in our book. Okay, I'm done. I think this has actually turned out to be fucking long, 27 minutes. I'm done. I can't criticize this guy. I mean, I could continue to criticize his ideas, but I'm only 3 minutes and 50 seconds in, and I had to skip ahead to get that far. So I won't. But you can watch him. I will put his link here, Witnessing to Atheist Part 1. I'm sure that a Christian will find it very helpful. How you can be a pain in the ass to other people who just want to be allowed to live their lives in peace and think and believe what they think and believe. I don't understand. Oh, I know Christians are called by their little buck to go out and be royal pains in the ass to other people. Oh, but there's a war against Christianity. Oh, the poor persecuted Christians. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to end this because this is turning out to be a really long video. If you've been watching, thank you. Bye.